So today I'm going to talk to you about the top 5 things that I wish I knew or that I make sure teachers know for the grade 12 mathematics achievement tests here in Manitoba. The first is marking. And what I mean by that is what sort of mark breakdown is it for the assessment? And this is something important to know because it may affect the way you teach the course. So the first thing to know is that of a student's final mark applied in pre-calculus is 30%. For essential math students, it's only 20% of their final mark. And that's because the achievement test for grade 12 essential mathematics doesn't include all of the outcomes in the course, both business finance as well as career life and the analysis of games and number are not included in the achievement test. Applied math also has the analysis of games and numbers outcomes, and that's not included. But for essential math, where the career life project as well as business finance is included, the percentage is much lower. Those 2 units are definitely to be still done as project based and in class. It's not supposed to be excluded, even though it's not on the achievement test. It's definitely a part of the course, just not a part of the achievement test. The second one is the formula sheets. So the document I'm in right now is called the info bulletin, and I'll come back to that in a moment. But you can see here the applied formula sheet is exactly what it's going to look like when on the assessment. So as long as you know where to find that formula sheet on day one, you can introduce it immediately. So for applied math, it's only 1 page. For essential math, the formula sheet, oh, here it is. It's on page 31. It's 2 pages, and it's going to look exactly like this. So you have it in your hands. And pre-calculus, I know, is down here. Yeah, it looks just like that. So, and that brings me to point 3. The info bulletin is so valuable. It normally comes out early in the fall every year, and this is the document I have here. This arguably is better than the anything on the website or anything. This has all of the information in one place. On the website, you may want to go to like just the administration manual. That's not going to give you the information to teach the course that the info bulletin will. So in here, it goes over all the pieces of the assessment, the dates. So it starts out with the marking, as we already went over. Then it goes to the dates, the procedures. It does bring you to the procedure document, and description of what they do. For example, here the formula sheet, which I wanted to come back to. There is a formula sheet for applied, essential, and pre-calculus. But applied and essential math students can also bring in a study sheet with anything they want on it. However, this is not allowed in pre-calculus. So for each one of the sections, it also goes into the details for that specific assessment. The percentage of marks by units or what type of question type. Communication errors are so very important in all 3 exams, so make sure you familiarize yourself with those pieces. Anytime there's something new, this is what I love about these documents, because they do go over them with a fine tooth and comb every September, and anything that there's new, that something is new, they always put it as a bullet, which is so very valuable. Because if you do this course over and over, you think you're not going to need these documents, but you definitely do, because there always is new information every year. So make sure you have a look at these documents. So going back to my list of 5, bullet number 4 is the archived exams. On the Education and Training website, underneath Assessment and Evaluation, on the left-hand side of the page, under Grade 12 Provincial Tests, are the archived tests and general comments. And this is going back for at least 3.5 school years for old tests and marking guides. So even if you're new to teaching the course, you don't have to feel like you don't have all the information at your fingertips for what the old assessments look like. They're right here. And they keep that updated. I've been around a while, and these have always been available, and it's so valuable. But the very last thing to know about is local marking and sample marking. And this can be so very, very cool for some professional development. So information for local marking, they do put it on here, but this information will actually come up from your superintendent. Um, so local marker training happens the day after the assessment in Winnipeg, and teachers come together to go through how to mark all three exams. Now, with that in mind, there is pilot marking as well. So with the pilot marking for the assessment is that um, when they're doing a trial run of one of the assessments, they also get together to Winnipeg to mark those pilot assessments. And if you get an opportunity to apply for either of them, go. They're great professional development. You meet some incredible teachers, and the information isn't always on this page to apply for it. This information will generally come from your superintendent. But I hope you enjoyed my list of 5 things to know for the Manitoba Grade 12 Achievement Test.